In the bustling streets of Lagos, Nigeria, a woman named Amaka strode into a tiny hair store, sandwiched between a booker and a roadside tailor. She had been saving up to buy a wig for months, and finally it was time to transform her look. "Madam, this wig go fit you like fire," the shopkeeper, an elderly woman with piercing eyes and a gap-toothed smile, exclaimed. Amaka hesitated as she ran her fingers through the coily soft wig. It looked expensive, almost too perfect for the price. "How much last?" Amaka asked, her bargaining spirit kicking in. 10,000 naira, but for you I go do 9,500 special promo, the woman replied, her smile widening unnaturally. Amaka paid, excited about her new look. As she walked out of the shop, the old woman muttered something under her breath, too low for Amaka to catch. That night, after styling her new wig and admiring herself in the mirror, Amaka noticed a strange feeling creeping over her. She chalked it up to exhaustion and went to bed. But things got weirder. The next morning, Amaka's neighbor Chika, who always borrowed her things without returning them, suddenly slipped on her way to Amaka's door and twisted her ankle. As Chika groaned in pain, the wig seemed to vibrate lightly on Amaka's head. Later that day, her boss, Mr. Ibe, who had spent months denying her promotion despite her hard work, suddenly spilled hot coffee on himself during a staff meeting. He looked like he was fighting invisible forces as he stumbled backward. Amaka's wig tingled again. By the end of the week, everyone who had ever hurt Amaka, from her gossiping aunt to the Okada rider who overcharged her, experienced strange, painful misfortunes. She began to grow suspicious. Amaka decided to return the wig. She marched back to the tiny shop, determined to confront the seller. But when she arrived, the shop was gone. In its place was an abandoned lot overgrown with weeds. "Ah, no be here I buy wig last week?" she asked a passing hawker. "Wig store? Madam, na lie. Nothing dey here for years," the hawker replied, eyeing her as if she was crazy. Amaka's heart raced. She dashed home, locked her door, and yanked the wig off her head, tossing it on the bed. "Wetin be dis?" she shouted, clutching her Bible. But the wig didn't stay on the bed. It slid to the floor, wriggling like a snake. Amaka screamed, but then the wig stopped moving. It began to speak directly into her mind. "I am not evil. I am vengeance," the wig's voice echoed. "What? Vengeance, kwa?" Amaka stammered, trembling. "I was created to punish wrongdoers. Those who hurt you have received their due justice. But you, Amaka, you are safe. You have suffered enough." Amaka stared at the wig, confused but slightly relieved. "So, you are on my side?" "Yes," the wig replied. Amaka muttered, sinking into her chair. After some thought, she decided to keep the wig. After all, it had only targeted those who wronged her. And with the streets of Lagos full of people who tried to take advantage of her kindness, she figured it wouldn't hurt to have a bit of supernatural backup. From then on, Amaka wore the wig sparingly, using it as a secret weapon. When her landlord tried to increase her rent unjustly, she wore the wig during their next conversation, and the man suddenly began to itch uncontrollably until he agreed to lower her rent. It wasn't all horror and vengeance though. Amaka couldn't help but laugh whenever she imagined the wig as her overprotective guardian angel. It even helped her win a suitor who had been playing hard to get by making him spill pepper soup on his shirt every time he tried to ghost her. Life in Lagos was never the same again, and Amaka knew one thing for sure. This wig might not be evil, but it sure wasn't ordinary.